Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode we had a talk about, as Yuuji Kasami had a talk with the other students about what friendship is. Yuuji came to the conclusion that he hadn't really had any friends, and while the talk was going on about friendship, the entire gang got quite interestingly involved in Sachi, as she was out the entire Saturday for herself on her own with a strange bag filled with something or other. It ended with Yuuji having a better relationship with Sachi, as they both had the need to be alone as part of their daily needs. Let's continue. Hey, Michiru, over here. A voice called me from the shadows, a voice crying out for justice. I'm right here. Also, justice isn't involved. Show yourself! Jeez, you're so oblivious. Phew, this stuff is way too heavy. Amane, what's up with all the bags? I kinda got carried away with my shopping. No kidding, this is ridiculous. How could you possibly use all this by yourself? It's not just for me, of course. I've got Makina and Yuuji's share too. Oh, hey, that's right, Michiru. You have a second? Shuei's got a sale on large eggs. 98 yen for a 10-pack, but it's limited to 1 per customer. Huh? What? You're still not done? Eggs have so many uses, right? You can never really have too many. I mean, when you open the fridge, doesn't it make you a little nervous if you don't have a couple of dozen eggs waiting for you? No, it really doesn't. I mean, you just buy more when you run out, right? No thank you, my pantry needs to be overflowing at all times, or I just can't settle down. Come on, just tag along. You're a tsundere, aren't you? Excuse me? What does my being a tsundere have to do with eggs? Don't worry about it, let's just get going already. The sale's gonna end soon. Jeez, alright. If you're that desperate for my company, I guess I can spare some time. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Exactly how a tsundere should be. What's that supposed to mean? Are you mocking the proud history of the tsundere people? Perish the thought, tee-hee. Tee-hee-hee yourself. Wow. That's really loud in my headphones. I'm home. Ah, that's a load off. You're home? This isn't your room. Yuuji? Not around? Well, whatever. Michiru, hand me that back, will you? Gotta get that stuff in the fridge. That isn't your fridge. Can you really just start putting stuff in it? You're really acting like you own the place. Come on, it's not like he's making good use of it. The fridge in my room is way too small. Don't just stand there. Have a seat. I'll get you some tea or something. Okay. Barley tea, good. Why did she get undressed for that? Here you go. Yeah, thanks. Okay, hold on just 1 second here. Guy, you scared me. What the heck? Why are you shouting all of a sudden? Why are you taking off your clothes? Why are you taking off your clothes? You kind of repeated yourself there. Good to know. Thanks so much. Why are you getting undressed? What are you getting so worked up about? Everybody changes clothes once they come home. Okay, maybe so, but this is not your home, right? You just barged into a guy's room and started stripping. It's not like I'm planning on lounging around naked, I'm just getting changed into my casual clothes. That's another thing. Why exactly do you have a change of clothes in this room in the first place? What's with you two? Are you dating, living together? Why is there a bra lying on the top of his bed? I have way too many questions right now. Sorry, it's real mess, huh? That's okay, but is it my imagination or is most of the stuff in here yours, not Yuuji's? I mean, this place is freaking bleak. He doesn't even have a TV. Well, there's TV in the lounge just outside his room, and I think he's got most of his belongings stuffed in that huge backpack. Of course, I don't have any idea what's exactly in it. Oh, hey, what's in here? Don't open that door. You get seriously mad. Why? That's basically his private room. Not that it's very large. 2.5 square meters or so, I guess. Huh? That's just a walk-in closet, right? What the heck does he have in there? I'm telling you, just leave it alone. There's nothing interesting in there anyway. It's basically an empty room. Really? I took a quick peek inside once, but all I saw was scraps of paper all over the place. If there's nothing in there, why can't we look? Doesn't matter if it's empty. I think he just needs a totally personal space. Everybody has parts of themselves they don't want others looking at, you know? He got really angry the time I went in there. It's off limits. Why? I don't get it. Well, think of it this way. How would you feel if someone started looking through the messages on your cell phone? Pretty mad, right? It's something like that for him. Even though the room's completely empty? Even if there aren't any messages in your phone, you don't want someone looking through it, you know? I still don't get it. Let me put it this way. I'm pretty sure he got his past stuff in there. What? By which I mean all the things he doesn't want anyone to know about. Oh. If you put it that way, well, it's not like I don't have some secrets myself, I guess. Right? So anyway, let's just leave it be, okay? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, more importantly, I gotta get to work on dinner. I was going to do gyoza dumplings today. Can you help me out, Michiru? Huh? Wait a second. You even make his meals for him? I'm always making extra for Makina anyway. It's hardly any effort to make his share while I'm at it. If you got the time, help me out with wrapping the dumplings. Why gyoza anyway? Does he like dumplings? Well, he's not a picky eater, but he doesn't have any favorite foods either. He basically eats anything I put in front of him. Not a big fan of meat, though. I think shrimp gyoza should be right up his alley. I haven't made dumplings before, alright? Go get Makina to help. The girl's no good at all with this sort of thing. She'll just start making sculptures with the dough. Alright, why not ask Sachi? Why push this on me? Come on, I've got to teach the second daughter something every once in a while. Stop your complaining and get over here. Second daughter? Our firstborn is hopeless on this front. Can't manage anything harder than cup ramen. Our third daughter takes everything seriously, so she'll remember what you teach her, but give her a job like this and she gets too obsessed with wrapping every dumpling perfectly shut that it never gets done. As I mentioned, the youngest child hasn't grasped the difference between making gyoza and playing with clay. So by process of elimination you go to the second daughter. Why am I the second daughter anyway? You're crude, uncouth, your personality is warped, you aren't what I'd call charming, but you're still the girliest of the bunch somehow. Sounds about right for the troublemaking, attention-starving middle child. Is that supposed to be a compliment? But of course, alright, shall we get started with the setup? I'm telling you, I've never done any cooking before. It's easy. We steam the cabbage, bok choy for a bit, boil the bamboo shoots and mix in chives. Instead of meat, we'll be mincing the shrimp as base for the filling. Then we just wrap it in some off-the-shelf dough skins. Come to think of it, for a room this barren, there's a pretty impressive set of cooking utensils. Yeah, well, I've sort of been bringing in all the big pans to get in the way... I've sort of been bringing all the big pans that get in the way in my room down there. You're just using this place as a dumping ground, aren't you? Come on, he's getting delicious meals out of it. I'd hardly call that a bad trade. Pass me the salt. Salt? Is that this one? It is indeed. Hey, what's this thing with all the big grains or something or other inside? It's parched rice. Instead of using desiccants, you can just roast the rice for a long-term storage. What the heck is that? Folk wisdom? You're such an old lady about this stuff, Amane. Jeez, leave me alone. What's wrong with knowing a few household tricks? Here we go. Whoosh! Whoa, aren't you going to chop that stuff up with a knife or something? You're more casual about this than I expected. Don't be silly. What's the point of doing it the painstaking way when there's a machine that works? That time really adds up when you're doing this every day, you know. The trick to consistent home cooking is knowing where to cut corners. Huh? Really? Gyoza... Oh! Sorry. My bad. Hit the right mouse button there, and the right mouse button in most visual novels brings up the save and quit menu. Gyoza dumplings might sound difficult, but even grade schools can make pretty decent ones with a little practice. It does look kind of easy the way you do it, what with the whoosh and all. I'm always trying to teach Makina this, but the most important thing is when you're learning to cook is to avoid getting clever. Just do what the recipe tells you and you'll hardly ever fail outright. 80% of the time a beginner makes something completely inedible. It's because they've come up with some brilliant idea and ignored the instructions. I see. Then again, I'm a pro, so I do whatever I want. Hey, what was that? What did you just put in there? Oh, it's oolong tea. Pour a dash of this into the gyoza filling and you'll be amazed how much tastier it gets. Huh? Really? But it looks so gooey now. Gooey is fine. Who cares? Yuuji loves oolong tea. Huh? That's the reason you tried this? Aren't you kind of, careless about this? Alright, we're done with the filling. Now we just wrap them up and fry them. See? Not so hard, is it? Is this really okay? It felt like you were barely paying attention and, isn't the wrapping part kind of tricky? Piece of cake. People only screw up because they get greedy and stuff too much filling in each dumpling. Stick to a teaspoon apiece. After that, just sprinkle some water on the edge of the wrapper with your fingers, then pinch it closed. Come on, how about you just give it a try? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now you just fold in little flaps on the side, on one side to get the pleated look. Huh? You're right, it's going okay, I think. No problem, right? Okay, just keep going like that and we'll be done in no time. Let's say 40 for the 4 of us. This is actually a little fun. I feel like I'm getting an idea of how Sachi feels about this stuff. Whoops, the eldest son has returned. Eldest son? Welcome back, Yuuji. Where have you been? Out getting up to no good? I told you the reception on the TV in the lobby was getting bad, didn't I? Sachi and I were trying to fix the antenna. And? You get it working? Yeah, although we ended up having to replace the antenna. Look, forget me, what are you two doing in here? Can't you tell? We're cooking dinner. It's gyoza tonight. I'm asking why you're doing that in my room. Aw, don't be grumpy. We're making your share too. I don't remember asking for any. But you won't turn it down, will you? Well, can't let food go to waste. Oh please, you don't fool me. Once you actually start eating, you always end up admitting how good it is. This is what we call tsundere, you know? Am I right, Michiru? Huh? That's right. Hey, Yuuji. What? Don't misunderstand, okay? It's not like I made dinner for you or anything. I was making my own share and just happened to have some extra leftover. Got it? Michiru, sometimes you just forget you're supposed to be a tsundere, don't you? That's not true! Well, fine. Try not to make too much of a mess in here, okay? Where are you off to? Just going to buy some oolong tea. Oh, right, I figured you'd be running out pretty soon, so I bought some just now. It's in the fridge. I see. I appreciate it. Amane, you know, you really do have it together. Very much the responsible older woman. I'm honestly impressed. What's this all of a sudden? Hey, Yuuji! What now? Look, you don't just stand there gulping down the tea she brought you like it's the most natural thing in the world. Do you understand what you got here? It's thanks to Amane that you got this easy life, you know? You'd better not forget that. Yeah, I guess. Can't forget that the front lines are only possible through the support of the supply units and paymasters. What are you even talking about? You make no sense at all sometimes. Do you really understand? Well, to be honest, I have no idea why you've gotten so angry all of a sudden. Sorry. Don't apologize to me, idiot. Show some gratitude to Amane for once. Right now. I don't really get it, but Amane, thank you very much for everything you do. I guess. You're very welcome, I suppose. Okay, I thought I expected as much from him, but why do you turn that sentence into a question, Amane? Well, I just don't remember doing anything I'd expect him to grovel and avid in gratitude for. Is it really that big a deal? It might not seem like much to you, Amane, but to certain people who feel self-conscious about never doing anything for anyone else, I expect buying some tea looks like a truly heroic act of charity. You don't get it at all! Also, you're a jerk! What do you want from me? I want you to show Amane the gratitude she deserves, and while you're at it, show me some gratitude for making the gyoza. Got it? Oh, is that all? Of course. I'm grateful to you both. I appreciate it, Michiru. I don't really feel convinced of that, but very well, I suppose I'll let you off the hook for the moment. Soon after, the wafting scent of frying gyoza lured Makina to my room. Sachi, concerned to find Michiru's room empty, also stopped by before long. At that point, we adopted a resolution to invite Sakaki as well, initiate an extraordinary increase in dumpling production, and engage in a gyoza pick-out party. The Mihama Female Gyoza Corps was then established under the command of Su Amane, XO Kumine Sachi. To pursue these objectives, all members hurriedly scraped together ingredients from their fridges. A goal was set at 120. The result of this emergency production varied widely in quality. There were a number of respectable dumplings filled with relatively appropriate things like bean jam or cheese, but also some truly bizarre results such as fish stick gyoza, wiener gyoza, and soon dozens of dumplings were arrayed in front of the hot plate. Much like the weapons brought to battle by an army on the verge of defeat, the variation was rich, if not the quality. We began testing a wide range of dipping sauces as well, leading to even stranger combination of tastes. Fortunately, Makina quickly complained that eating them plain tastes better. The group experimental spirit restrained at last. The gyoza pick-out party drew to a close without any major casualties. That's the first, without any casualties, that is. There's an old proverb. Once 3 women gather, things get noisy. It happens to be a lie. Truth of the matter is, 1 woman is enough for things to get noisy. Females are capable of holding a lengthy conversation with a wall. Get 3 such creatures together, and you're solidly beyond noisy and into migraine-inducing. A conversation between men is a very efficient thing. Step 1, both sides communicate their business. There is no step 2. With women, it's a different story. Before they get to the point, the conversation will be diverted onto the subject of dieting, which then develops into a chat about cosmetics. From there, the topic will shift to TV programs, then celebrities, perhaps followed by an exchange of opinions on popular sweets. After a stopover at the old standby love gossip, things will come to a full circle with more dieting talk. Whatever the original point of the conversation may have been, it's buried under the bewildering blizzard of topics, never to be seen again. Then again, maybe I'm just looking at this the wrong way. It seems entirely plausible that that female conversation is pointless by design. Of course, I'm something of a magnanimous spirit, so I do my best to endure these unproductive chats when necessary. But there comes an end to every limit. Once my tolerance is exceeded, my usual coping method is to shut down my brain, then repeat, I see, amazing, and not your fault, every time I sense a pause in the verbal onslaught. In many cases, this proves sufficient. On one memorable occasion, I weathered a conversation with a woman for a good 4 hours using nothing but these 3 phrases. I can't see who that is. You think so as well, Kasami-san? I see. Oh, that's probably Sachi. Then the matter is decided, I think. Amazing. I'll make every effort to produce a work of the highest possible quality. Not your fault. Unfortunately, there are also times when my strategy doesn't work out so well. Are you really okay with agreeing to that? Seriously? Please don't tell me you were just spacing out. What a ridiculous accusation. I was listening to every word. Okay, then how about you try telling me what that conversation was about? Let's see, something about how Sachi hates pickles? Or was it parsley? Not remotely close. You weren't paying attention at all. Seems my concentration may have slipped ever so slightly. Probably because I got so caught up in reading that new novel last night. I hadn't noticed during my morning training routine, but apparently I didn't get enough sleep. Must have flipped the mental kill switch without even realizing it. I forced my brain out of hibernation mode and stared Michiru in the eyes. Alright, honestly I wasn't paying attention to it in the slightest, therefore I have no idea whatsoever as to what that conversation is about. Not even a shred of clue. You got a problem with that? Hey, what's with the attitude all of a sudden? All I remember of that discussion was some pointless small talk at the beginning. Hardly a big deal if I did space out. Oh yeah? Well, if you're really okay with that, it's not like I care. Just make sure don't come crying to me later, got it? Crying? I can see you now, crawling back to me sobbing. It's embarrassing, it's so embarrassing. Don't think I'm going to wipe your tears for you or anything.
It's embarrassing. What? Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's your own stupid fault,
This might be trouble.
Kasami-san, about what we just discussed.
Yeah, about that.
Would you allow me to take your measurements? After all, if by any chance the length were to prove insufficient, it would be quite the problem.
Yeah, very true. Got to have sufficient length.
Yes, it wouldn't be usable otherwise.
Right, wouldn't be usable.
Alright then, please hold still for a moment. With a customary finesse, Sachi takes my measurement. The skillful, efficient movements of her hand remind me of a maid gracefully pouring tea. Her refined motions possess something of a special charm, unique to the work of true artisans. Truly impressive.
Can I ask one question?
Certainly, what is it?
You're measuring for the length of what, exactly?
The strap.
The strap, eh?
Well then, I'm going to begin work at once. Please excuse me.
Alright, show me what you can do. I expect precision to the millimeter.
Thank you very much. I will do my very best to make a shark pouch that will look perfect on you, Kasami-san.
Sachi, hold on. Wait, Sachi.
Sachi trots off, oblivious. My voice doesn't even seem to register. As I find myself alone, the gravity of the situation at last begins to sink in.
A shark pouch. That would look perfect on me.
By shark pouch, she's presumably referring to something like that vaguely fish-shaped fanny pack Michiru's always kept wearing. Okay, that much I understand, but one that will look perfect on me? What exactly is that supposed to mean? I slowly, carefully draw out my vague memories of the conversation I sleepwalked through earlier. Ow! A cool draft of air was flowing into the hallway through an open window, refreshing as a mountain breeze after a long hike. As I walked down the corridor, lost in my thoughts, I was surprised by an agitated yelp. It was reminiscent of the high-pitched shrieks emitted by cartoon animals back in the earliest days of sound films. I moved to confirm the situation, prepared for the remote possibility of an emergency. Instead, I found Michiru sprawled out on all fours, her face planted on the ground. Apparently, she was cleaning the floor with her tongue. How admirable.
A face mob, eh? That brings back memories. I had to clean a few hallways this way myself back in my old school.
That's completely ridiculous. I just fell, you idiot. Ow, 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 ow. When I looked down, a number of canisters were strewn all over the floor. They resembled Michiru's containers of Ramune candy. Apparently, this wasn't an attempt at cleaning after all. They must have fallen out of her shark pouch when she fell. In an attempt to be polite, I bent over to help pick them up, but Michiru hurriedly snatched the nearest canister away from my hand. It's fine, I can pick them up myself. You just keep your hands to yourself, got it?
If you say so.
Looks like the zipper on this thing is getting a little loose. Guess I'll have to ask Sachi to fix it. You called Michiru-sama? Eek! Where the heck did you pop out from? I simply happened to be passing by. Really? Okay, well, that's convenient. Could you repair the zipper on this for me? With pleasure. But I must say, this shark's incredibly cute, as always. Well, yeah, sure, I guess. I feel that this sort of item only looks good on certain people, but it suits Michiru-sama very well indeed. What do you think, Kasami-san?
Yeah, it's cute. Michiru had reached the pinnacle of shark chick.
Shark chick? That's wonderful. Now that I think about it, by this point I was already mostly tuned out of the conversation. Once a female speaks the word cute, in most cases the discussion is going to get painfully lengthy and repetitive. Combined with my drowsiness from insufficient sleep, this instinctive judgment quickly sent my mind into hibernation mode. Huh? You like this sort of thing too?
Yeah.
That's somewhat unexpected.
Really?
Don't tell me. Let me guess, you've secretly been longing for a shark pouch of your own, right?
I see.
If you really do want a shark of your own, perhaps I could make you one.
Amazing.
Hey, okay, I'm sorry for joking around. She's really going to make you one, you know?
Not your fault.
Michiru-sama, it seems that Kasami-san truly wants a shark pouch of his own. You think so? You sure about that? His eyes look kind of vacant. Maybe he just stopped paying attention to the conversation. That can't be, Michiru-sama. Kazami-san would never do such a thing. Kazami-san, please allow me to make you a shark of your very own.
I see.
I know, I'll add some rhinestones to make an extra cute sparkly version for you. But don't worry, it'll be durable enough for you to wear it every single day, as I'm sure you will.
Amazing.
Hey Yuuji, I'm sorry, it's my fault. She's really going to make do this, you know. You're going to live every day with a glittery shark around your waist. A sparkly lifestyle, you understand? Is that really what you want?
Not your fault.
Michiru-sama, you mustn't judge a book by its cover. It appears Kazami-san actually loves the fancy sparkly things in life. I'm certain rhinestones will suit the shark perfectly. You think so as well, Kazami-san?
I see.
Then the matter is decided, I think.
Amazing.
I'll make every effort to produce a work of the highest possible quality.
Not your fault.
Well, Somehow it seems the conversation concluded with me sentenced to wear a sparkly shark fanny pack at all times. I gently closed my eyes and imagined the result. Oh my god, I had forgotten that. A sparkly lifestyle. Even his chibi looks pretty pleased about it, as they say in Hollywood, in a life of glitter. Although I can picture the scene without difficulty, accepting it proves beyond my capabilities.
Sachi! Sachi!
Yes, how can I help you?
Emergency situation. Sorry for the sudden notice, but I need to withdraw the previous request. Discontinue the production process.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the pouch. You remember, right?
Yes, are you referring to the shark part that I've already halfway completed for you?
You work fast.
Yes, indeed, I can hardly control myself. My hands have been moving at Mach speed. Every time the words shark pouch leaves Sachi's mouth, her expression becomes dazed and dreamy. The girl's gotten herself all fired up for some reason. I got to do something, and quick. Kazami-san, I'm positive a shark will look simply adorable on you. Rest assured, I'm putting my heart and soul into producing a flawless pouch, perfect down to the millimeter.
Right.
If the thing's already half finished, I can hardly admit that I simply wasn't paying attention to the conversation. In the field, even a momentary lapse of judgment can be enough to trap you in a hopeless situation. I've seen people die for their carelessness before my eyes. A few thoughtless steps, a small sound drowned out by the buzzing of insects, a single straight bullet. Such thing can sometimes change the fate of the world. I should know this all too well, and yet, look at me now. Cold sweat trickles down my armpits as I speak.
A shark, eh? A shark, is it?
Yes, an adorable shark.
Could you make it a crocodile instead?
I certainly can. I'll begin at once.
Figures.
I was hoping to buy some time with an unreasonable demand, but we're dealing with Sachi here. A design change like that doesn't even faze her.
Sorry, Sachi, forget about the crocodile as well.
Certainly. In that case, I'll remove this tracing paper for a moment. Preparation for the changing coloration from a shark to crocodile were proceeding far too quickly. I can't underestimate her skills. I've got to pick an animal difficult enough to throw her for a loop and slow down the production process. Which would mean...
I've got it, Sachi. What we need here is a bush dog.
A bush dog? By bush dog, do you mean the canid species common in northeast Argentina, supposedly capable of running backward at full speed, known as the vinegar dog in Brazil?
I do indeed. Think you can handle it?
But of course. However, I think it might take some time to complete. Sachi twists her face in apparent frustration, just as I'd hoped. Even with her determined spirit, making a motive from such an unfamiliar animal would require some time-consuming work.
Alright, carefully collect your reference materials. Proceed slowly but surely. Nice and slowly, understood?
Mission accepted.
Let's have your initial report on the estimated time completion.
Approximately 20 minutes. Through heroic effort, I managed to swallow the words, "That's too damn fast," before they leave my mouth.
I see. You think it'll go that smoothly, eh?
Indeed, prompt action is foremost in my philosophy. Please excuse me.
Seems the bush dog was too easy. If I'd gone with the golden lion tamarine, I might have bought myself a few more minutes. Damn it, I chose poorly, damn it!
You are such an idiot. It's your own fault for not paying attention to the conversation. You're really hopeless.
Silence! What's the point of passing judgment on history from a position of hindsight? At that time, under those circumstances, I made the best decisions I could.
And this is the result. My condolences, your best is pretty terrible.
Damn it all.
Hey, calm down already, will you? It's just a pouch, hardly that big a deal, is it?
Yes, perhaps you're right. My apologies, I overreacted. Thanks to Michiru's words, I quickly regained my composure. It seems my lack of sleep may have made me overly irritable. Just as she says, if I think about the matter rationally, that's hardly any reason to make such a fuss over a mere rhinestone-covered shark mouth. The mature thing is to politely accept my sparkly fate. On thinking sort, I'd rather die.
Look, I'm telling you to calm down already!
Oh, adequate sleep is gravely important.
What's going on? Pretty dang noisy out here. We having a festival? I'm at a loss here. Yuuji's seriously freaking out. I've never seen him like this before. Whoa! A rare sight indeed. Likely the case of calcium deficiency. Here, eat up!
As she speaks, Machina picks up a pepper from the hallway floor and offers it to me. I accept it with a curt, yeah, then hurl it into the distance with a smooth movement.
What? What do you think you're doing?
Silence. Please, I really truly need you to stop talking for a while.
Please don't say train.
Nobody was discussing locomotives. Your English is terrible. Also, you need to shut up.
Mule? What the heck? Onichan's acting real weird. You were right, something's off here. It's his own fault for only half listening. Basically getting you just your dessert, you know?
True. When you get down to it, this is my fault. Seems I have no choice but to accept the consequences.
So, Jiro, what did you need me for? Well... Ha! Kazami-san, it's complete. Ha! Behold, the bush dog. Ha! Look at the bush dog. Ha! Although she's completely out of her breath, Sachi's face is filled with the joy of victory. She's thrust out her hand, offering me a pouch recognizably modeled after a bush dog. Pretty impressive accuracy for such off-the-cuff work, actually. Good work. Impressive. I wasn't expecting you to finish the job so quickly. Yes, sharks are the state. It's not a shark, it's a bush dog. Not that either of those have anything to do with the state. Well then, Kazami-san, please feel free to try it on right away. Drape this strap over your shoulder. I turn the pouch over in my hand. It seems to be constructed from heavy-duty waterproof nylon, usable even in heavy rainy weather. In order to express the distinctive coat of the bush dog, Sachi made use of fabric with a chocolate chip pattern. The chocolate tip design is more familiar as camouflage pattern in desert regions, but is well suited to the purpose. I'm honestly fairly impressed with her creative choice. And yet, as if to intentionally shatter the otherwise clever design, sparkling rhinestones are scattered all across the pouch surface. The sheer glitter power of this thing is overwhelming. I feel a little dizzy just looking at it. Hey, Sachi? Yes, is something the matter? The strap is equipped with an adjuster, so you should be able to adjust it to the most comfortable height for your physique. It's no exaggeration to call this pouch my Kumiya Sachi's greatest masterpiece. Please, by all means, try it on.
I see. I steel my nerves and prepare to face my cruel, sparkly fate. If only I'd gotten adequate sleep. But in the next moment, the situation changes abruptly. Michiru approaches briskly, snatches the pouch from my hands and dangles it in front of Machina. Hey, take a look at this thing, Machina. What? I ain't interested in fanny packs, you know. Keep your nonsense to yourself, why don't ya? Stupid, take a closer look. See, it's got all these shiny bits, right? What? Shiny bits? With a subtle motion, too small for Machina to consciously notice, Michiru draws the pouch back towards herself. The action triggers Machina's subconscious instinct for the chase, firmly hooking her interest on the bush dog pouch. Whoa, this thing's hella shiny, crazy shiny. I want it! At Machina's words, I grab Sachi's shoulders and stare intensely into her eyes. Sachi, my friend, you heard the girl. This thing's hella shiny. I want it. Unless you give me this pouch, I don't know what will become of me. I'm afraid I can no longer live without it. What passion. My heart has been moved. On that note, I know I was originally scheduled to receive this, but I think Machina may be the more deserving recipient. It may look even better on her than it would on me. What do you think?
You may be right. I think Kasami-san is ideally suited to a shark, but for a bush dog, Maki-chan might be tactically an appropriate choice. Hey, what's this anyway? A golden dial or something?
How rude. Anyone could tell at a glance that this is a bush dog.
A bush dog, eh? It's super cute. I love bush dogs. Almost as much as I love Qa'Rajh. What? Just where do I stand in your internal rankings? Huh? In order, I love dogs, Qa'Rajh, bush dogs, and dogs. Why am I in the animal category? You said dogs twice.
Sachi, can you find it in your heart to give it to our young animal lover here? I think it would be the best thing for the pouch.
Who says I'm an animal lover? I just love bush dogs. Also dogs, Qa'Rajh, and dogs. That's it.
Very well, I understand. Perhaps you're right. This pouch might suit her best. Please take good care of it, Maki-chan.
Yay! I got it! I got the super shiny bush dog! Waffle! This guy just barked!
Yes, I thought it might be nice if it could bark.
Why are you shy about that? Hey, Sachi, can you bark more? Does it have other barks?
At the moment, I'm afraid there are only around 10 variations, but if you do this...
Kya, you so cute! Come here and show me more. I want to find a nice quiet place to appreciate the barks.
Well, I don't know what I was supposed to be. Makina and Sachi wander off somewhere, grasping the sparkling bush dog pouch in their hands. Left behind, Michiro and I find each other's eyes and heave simultaneous sighs of relief. Excellent work. I definitely owe you one.
Huh? For what?
No need to play dumb. I know you orchestrated this conclusion. You called Makina over so you could press that pouch on her.
Orchestrated? Don't just start accusing me of weird stuff. What part of me looks like I'm orchestrating? I've never orchestrated in my life.
Can you define orchestrated?
It's, the thing where you stand in the box with a little wand or whatever. What the heck is it? What does that mean?
Whatever. Either way, I owe you one. From now on, I'll be paying at least a little attention to any conversation, no matter how incredibly pointless. Otherwise, there's no telling when I'll get caught up in something ridiculous again.
Are you honestly trying to be nice here, or is this more of the usual sourpuss act? I seriously can't tell.
Sounds like you're describing yourself.
What? That's not true. I'm super... no, I'm super Wait, what am I supposed to say here?
If a tsundere honestly admit they're a tsundere, they stop being a tsundere. Think of it this way. A woman says everyone on her island tells nothing but lies. If it's true, the woman is a liar, but if she's a liar, what she says can't be true. Same thing applies here.
Ah yes, the famous hedgehog dilemma.
No, not quite.
Really? The hedgehog dilation?
Now you're just talking about an animal giving birth.
Wait, which one is the dilation then? The cat inside the box?
Are you looking to become a veterinarian?
Huh? I want to be a vet? Will this turn into a psychological test? I can't let my guard down for an instant around you.
There was no testing involved. You managed to get yourself completely confused just fine without my help. Specifically, you started talking about things you don't understand and lost track of the conversation entirely. Neither Schrödinger nor Freud would have anything to do with this. You're trying too hard. Stick to nice small words.
Oh, shut up already. Anyway, I'm me, not anybody else. Got it?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, I wasn't, so there. Bah!
Michiru takes a handful of Ramune candies from her pouch and munches down on them vigorously. I know women are saying they have a separate stomach for sweets, but isn't this daily intake of junk food bad for her? Or is this some form of stress relief? Seems to me that a coping strategy like that would just get you caught in a vicious circle of candy-bloated misery. You know, no matter how much glucose you take in, it's not going to increase your basic potential for action. It's certainly necessary as energy for your brain, but considering you presumably modern and clearly unhealthy diet, there's no need to go out of your way to take more. Junk food like that is basically pure sugar, just so you know.
Leave me alone, alright? Eating these things calms me down. Nyam nyam.
If you're that fond of them, let me try one.
No way, these are mine and mine alone. Go buy your own, you deadbeat. Ah, deadbeat isn't quite the right word. You... An insult for someone who wants candy?
You what?
You... Sugarless.
I think you may have gotten there from homeless, but the nuance is actually pretty different. I think I might have mentioned this, but your English really needs work.
Shut up! Anyway, that's that. Bye-bye.
Oh, a reasonably polite farewell for once.
Ugh, I take that back. It's not like I'm saying bye-bye or anything. I'm storming up without a word. Got it? Without a word.
Got it. See you later.
Yeah, later. Ugh.
It's difficult for me to determine whether this girl is basically a somewhat considerate person or just an utter idiot who occasionally stumbles away into acts of kindness. But either way, she's incredibly noisy. From experience, I know that there are essentially two types of women in the world. You have your noisy women, and then you have your even noisier women. And we men must manage best we can in this cruel world. There's a quick and efficient way of shutting a woman up, namely sealing her lips, but sadly this comes with its own set of complications. Life's no picnic. I think I'll be going to bed early tonight. And that's where we'll end the episode. Sadly, with Yuuji without a rhinestone sparkly bush dog pouch. So, until next time, take care.